So I just thought of something. Why when we eat corn, we chew it up and swallow it? It never come out that way. I don't know, just a thought. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I'm about to put y'all down. If y'all ain't never been to Nando's, I made my clients some peri-peri chicken, some spicy jollof rice, flame grilled corn, and garlic butter naan. It came out so good. It was fire. First, I started by roasting off my veggies. So I put red bell pepper, red onion, and garlic in the oven and let that roast. And while that was cooking, I went ahead and seasoned my chicken. So I rubbed it down with some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, rosemary, and some chili powder. And I just rubbed that all into the chicken and stuff. And don't worry about my FaceTime call on the back. Now my veggies got done roasting, so I added to my blender with some olive oil, some chipotle peppers. Now the original recipe does not call for chipotle peppers, but I decided to use them. I also used some green jalapeno peppers, Italian parsley, and I couldn't find green eyed chilies nowhere, so I used some of these peppers. I forgot the name of them. I also added some apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. I took one of the peppers out because I didn't want my client to have a hard time on the toilet later, so I didn't want to make it too spicy. So I just went ahead and I blended all of that up until it got to a consistency that I liked. And then once it got done being blended, I had to smack the blender, get it in order. I ran it through a mesh strainer and just kept the excess puree, and I poured that over to the chicken, and I seasoned the chicken some more with that. And then I went ahead and I let this chicken marinate, and I started on my jollof rice. So I got some habanero pepper, tomatoes, red onion, and red bell pepper, and I blended it up. And I also added a little water because it wasn't blended properly. So I did that, blended it up, and then when I got done, I started laying my chicken out on the rack. So this is me putting the chicken on the rack. I laid the chicken on the rack, and then I baked it in the oven on 375. And every 15 minutes, I just went ahead and I brushed the peri-peri sauce on it. Okay, I also cooked that peri-peri sauce on the stove a little bit so it could thicken up. I let it cook down. Now this is my jollof rice. So I added some oil to a pan, and I went in with some red onions and some tomato paste. And I let the tomato paste deepen in color. And after it deepened in color a little bit, I went ahead and I added some ginger paste and garlic paste. You could use fresh ginger and fresh garlic, but I wanted to use this. And this is my first time making jollof rice, so if I'm not doing it right, y'all let me know. I added some bay leaves and let that cook down. And then I added my tomato puree into there. And I let that cook down some more, let it get thick and get to a good consistency. This is just me brushing that peri-peri sauce on the chicken, and I did that every 15 minutes until it got done. This is my jollof puree after it's cooked down a lot more. As you can see, it's a lot thicker. So I added my seasonings to it. I think it was curry powder, black pepper, salt, and some chicken seasoning. Then I added my washed rice to it, gave it a stir, and went in with the chicken broth. And I just kept stirring it while I added the chicken broth, so I know that nothing was sticking to the bottom. Okay, so this is just me adding my chicken broth to it. And then once I add the chicken broth, I'm going to cover it with some foil. And then I'm going to put the lid on it just so I can make sure there's no air escape or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing now. And this is a jollof rice after it got done cooking. It was so good. Oh my God, my client loved this, okay? And this was my first time making it. And this is the peri-peri chicken when it got finished. It was delicious, y'all. I swear. And if you ain't never been to Nando's, that's fine. You can make this at home. And if y'all looking for any full recipes, you can just click the link in my bio, and all recipes will be available there for free. You don't have to pay for anything. You could get all the recipes that you see me making for my client at the link in my bio, and y'all can eat just like this. And you don't have to be a rapper.